Everybody they wait.
The echo and re-echo of native bridal Benin songs, the mirrored and needled couple's elevation, the castled cachet of bridal items, the blend of lovely colors and guests, the wriggling of the traditional compare. All these were the traditional face of nuptials between Rebecca Omokaro and Stephen Okolo at the multipurpose hall, Chapel of Christ the Light at Lausa Ikeja on Friday, 4th September 2015. To kickstart the ceremony, the groom Danstein and his clan, the Okolos from Ebu Town in Delta State, proceeded to ask for the bride's hand in marriage through the presentation of gift items to the Omokaros from Igusi Compound, Edo State. The bride's family reciprocated with their own items. The bride, in her fully beaded apparel, veiled, made her first entrance, ushered in by a matriarch in her family to identify her would-be in-laws before they would be properly welcomed. Kola nut was then broken and passed around to welcome and accept the Okolo's proposal. The dowry was then paid, conveyed in a white dish, which signifies the purity of the bride. It was accepted and verified by the Omokaros. Engagement letters were exchanged as bride's mom, who could not hide her joy, danced gracefully alongside her friends. The engagement letter was read by the bride's cousin, Ono Isigbeme. Rebecca was again ushered in, led in by aunties, singing and dancing to local percussions. She was joined by her groom. They harvested praise from their parents and in-laws. Rebecca was again ushered in, this time clad in white wrapper. They then had photo sessions with family before moving to their magnificent pedestal. Rebecca picked the word of God from the mound of engagement parcels brought by the Okolos, from where the entwined ring was detangled and slipped on her finger. Groove and boogie was then turned up as groove band supplied music as everyone took to the dance floor to celebrate. The next day, the 5th, throng of finely clad guests arriving in their striking automobiles and colorful apparels made their way into the Chapel of Christ the Light at Lausa Ikeja for the holy solemnization. The couple arrived in an eye-popping white stretch limousine. Beautiful, charming and radiant-looking Rebecca in her princess wedding gown was led down the aisle by the striking Mr. Peter Omokaro. Joining her groom on the sacred altar where they made their declarations and are joined together as man and wife.
In the name of God, I declare that they are husband and wife.
In his homily, Reverend David Verrells charged the couple to be each other's burden bearer and find God's purpose in their marriage. They moved to sign the marriage register alongside their parents, which was then handed over to them. As is customary, the women of light of the Chapel of Christ the Light had a few words of advice for the newlyweds as they handed them the Holy Bible to be used as the bedrock of their marriage. Thanksgiving followed as everyone celebrated God's goodness in this new beginning. With recessional hymn "To God Be the Glory," the couple and their bridal train made their way out of the church. The throng of revelers then made their way into the Grandeur Event Center, arriving in their posh and luxurious cars. The interiors was a spectacular spectacle, from its fascinating fascia and impressive milieu to the bouquet of flower-decorated tables, from the wide-petal dappled pathway to the couple's candlelit celestial castle, festooned with a backdrop of meadowed flowers. The whole array was a work of art. Compared by renowned comedian Laugh Up with good music from Femi Armstrong Band, the grand reception kick-started with glee and gladness. The overall mood of the reception exuded elegance and excitement. The parents of the couple made a graceful entry into the hall with rhythm generated from the Armstrong Band. Then the triumphant entry of the couple preceded by their bridal train. With synchronized steps and dance dexterity, Rebecca and Steve boogied as they celebrated their love with rhythmic steps. The chairman, Dr. Bath Ebong, implored the couple to heed positive advice while making the holy work their bedrock and also learn from the flaws of their parents. The artistic cake with lovely engravings was cut. Bride then took the floor with her parents. Followed by the groom's dance with his mother and aunt. Before dissolving into soul-torching, slow romantic blues for the couple. Present at the event were socialites, businessmen and women, and other society icons. They have all come to honor Mr. and Mrs. Omokaro, who have spared no expense to give their daughter Rebecca Osainwa the best nuptial party there is. From continental to African cuisine, desserts to fruit trees, Mr. and Mrs. Omokaro made sure their guests had a swell time and had their feel, accompanied with good music. The groove was turned up as everyone stepped to the beats of Femi Armstrong and Icon's music. Later in the day, the beats changed as the DJ took over, sending both the young and old into ecstatic dances. Red Carpet TV spoke with the couple and their parents.
It's a miracle for me today, for what I've been praying for is coming to pass. I feel so elated.
I feel very great, wonderful. God will bless both of them for me.
Stephen, Okolo waka. Ibo kegbegbe, kimajemaku. Iba rane, ibe kinoko, princess, oro mamaji.
I'm over happy. He's a loving person, very nice, very gentle. He's just the perfect gentleman.
I want to say to my wife right now that she's the best in the whole wide world.
We wish Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Okolo connubial bliss.